Oh, the promising daughter was walking her lane. Oh, and her love, it was easy won when she spied a Scots prisoner macking his mane. Aye, and she was a foot on Northumberland. He says, oh, Gimble, lassie, would marry me. Oh, and her love, it was easy won. I would make her a lady, oh, highest degree. Gan she'd lose me fee, this prison she's tried. So she escaped into her father's bedstock. Oh, and her love, it was easy won. And she stole the best keys there for money to brave lock. And she's loosed him fee, his prison she's tried. Then she has done into her father's gad stable. Oh, and her love, it was easy won. And she stole the best horse that was both fleet and able to carry the miller to bonny Scotland. Scotsman, he cried, oh, but your love, it was easy won. Get you down from my horse, you're a brazen-faced hood, and you'll hate to gang back to Northumberland. Oh, it's cook in your kitchen, as you will be. Oh, though my love, it was easy won, but I can't get back to my own country, even though I'm the food on Northumberland. No, it's cook in my kitchen, you can't will be. Oh, your love, it was easy won, for my lady, she went not his servants like ye, and you'll hate to gang back to Northumberland. But it's I a wife in my own country. Oh, your love, it was easy won, and I can't did nothing well, lassie like ye, even though you're the food of Northumberland. At length was he on the lassie to time. Oh, though her love, it was easy won. So he's hired an old horse and he's hired an old man to carry her back to Northumberland. And when she got home, well, her father did frown and says, oh, but your love, it was easy won. For to gang wi' a Scotsman, and you're barely 15, aye, and you were the food of Northumberland. And when she got ben, well, her mother did smile and says, oh, well, your love, it was easy won, but you're no the first that the Scots hae beguiled, and you're welcome back home to Northumberland. And you win a want breed and you win a want wine. Oh, though your love, it was easy won, and you win a want siller to buy a man wi, for you'll aye be the food of Northumberland.
album Pleasure's Coin, available from Isle Music Scotland. That's Laurie Watson and The Rule of Three, with the Fleur or Northumberland, or as it's listed on the album sleeve, Fleur. As all Laurie Watson songs are, just one word. Titles. This is episode 83 of the Garden Sessions. Gardensessions.co.uk. Contacts at podcast@gardensessions.co.uk. And we are also available at 98.8 in the Edinburgh area, Leith FM, where Leith lives. I'm Jack Foster, and joining me as ever are the town and country of the Scottish folk scene. I forgot about that. I'm talking, of course,
very much a contrast.
Sounds like a magazine.
Talking, of course, of Chris Silver and Frank Burkitt. It is a magazine. It's a magazine show in many ways, but not town and country.
Not town and country, like Horse and Hound.
Chris Silver and Frank Burkitt, as I said. Hey, chaps.
Good evening, afternoon, morning, whichever time of day you're listening to this show, folks. How you doing?
If it's Leith FM, it's just left 10.
Indeed. Good night. Well, no. Anyway,
Frank, what is coming up on this wonderful show?
We've got a great list of tunes on this show this week. We've got Julie Fowlis coming up soon. We've got Katrina Mackay, Nick Jones, Lau, and there is no feature this week, and that is because Lau have obviously their new album Arc Light.
That's an exciting preview.
Has been released under Navigator Records, and they've got such a big tune that we thought we'd dedicate the feature slot this week to
that's a hell of a tune.
To Lau's tune. And we'll tell you what that tune is later on. But
to warn listeners that it may inspire them to write a screenplay. Just to say that now. You know.
Those crazy Lau chaps.
Certainly a short film of some
frog
sort.
folkies that they are.
Indeed. But basically, shall we get on with the next tune, Jack?
Well, actually, I think before that, Silver, you've got the facts there from Dave.
It's just,
the Angles
off
Gimble.
the fax machine here.
I thought I heard the tone of a fax machine screeching in the distance.
It's not giving away much this week. We have 2 climbers in the chart.
He never gives away much, does he? He always leaves us kind of wondering what's...
what Dave's like with his statistics.
Well, this is true. But yes, in about 5 minutes' time, we've got the folky news coming up. But before that, we've got an excerpt from this year's Transatlantic Sessions at Celtic Connections from Julie Fowlis. The BBC, this is something worth noting for folkies out there. The BBC's made available a small gold mine of clips from the sessions, including likes of Tim O'Brien, Dan Tyminski, Phil Cunningham, Eddie Reader, and Nancy Griffith, to name just a few. And if you want to hear / see videos of those tracks, of which there's quite a lot, go to bbc.co.uk/Scotland/music and follow the links through Celtic folk and then Transatlantic Sessions. It's not the easiest thing to find.
Maybe not.
Alternatively, of course, you can find a link on the Garden Sessions
website. Which would be quicker,
website.
And you could check out stuff on the Garden Sessions.
Exactly, and you can't go wrong.
Exactly.
But yes, anyway, here it is.
Slán chile fer nuur Beag jail shamai marunya Khonach despate Nyara ke samwa Yara ke the shoot Beag jail shamai marun Jak slán chile fer nuur Beag jail shamai marunya Middag kärran kul I spatan av frys Sen blad jul Begen jag mig för du Jag slan chili färm nu Begen jag mig för du Hitta hon I den där I björni Varnes to view, be a jail, shamai for you. Just lunch, fed and new, be a jail, shamai for you. Be a leak, a crane, your sack, a good chuck, Grecian as a shoe, be a jail, shamai for you. Just lunch, Jackslan chili fed and nude, be out in jail, show my marunia. I guess that's a shame, guist, none to it, be out in jail, show my marunia. Jackslan chili fed and nude, be out in jail, show my marunia. Jackslan chili.
That was Julie Fowlis with Biech on Geoch, Sean Lam, Rouen.
That's a lovely Gaelic from you there,
Something
Frank.
like that. Forgive me, Gaelic speakers, if that was mint. That was from the Transatlantic Sessions, of course, and you can hear more of the Transatlantic Sessions at the BBC website, and just click on the link that will be on the Garden Sessions website.
Which will direct you a little quicker.
Which will direct you a lot quicker than doing all the /Scotland/music/ whatever you have to do. But no, that was a gorgeous song, and the Transatlantic Sessions was pounding. It always is.
Well, yeah, it's one of the highlights of Celtic Connections.
Indeed.
Yes, as we've heard. You're listening to the Garden Sessions, gardensessions.co.uk, contact us at podcast@gardensessions.co.uk, and I don't say that lightly. Please do contact us, podcast@gardensessions.co.uk, or get yourself onto the feedback forum. Still to come in the show, we've got the folk news in just seconds away. And then we've got the official Garden Sessions Top 10 download chart. Dave's facts says 2 climbers. We have no more information than that. His other facts doesn't come through till the end of the news. So
Nightmare.
I know. We're all on tenterhooks here.
Just get him on email.
He has one of the few
Try and persuade him. You try and persuade him.
remaining working fax machines in Scotland in his possession. As do
BT
we.
are about to switch the line off. We've also got that tune from Lau, which is about 7 or 8 minutes long, which is taking the feature slot later on as well. But for the time being, Frank...
It's news, it's folk.
What is it, Frank?
It's the folky news! And the folky news brought to you this week, as ever, in association with the Royal Oak's award-winning Wee Folk Club.
Well, every Sunday night at the Oak, we've got the Wee Folk Club at 8:30. An intimate venue, 30 seats, acoustic. It's a great night out. We've got fantastic musicians and singers. Every Sunday night, do come along.
This Sunday, 8th of March at the Wee Folk Club, it's Lucken Booth. More info, royal-oak-folk.com.
Hopefully that website will be back up and running, though, because it wasn't working today when I was
Oh
able to
dear,
get it.
well, hopefully it'll be back up in the near future, if not already. Top story.
Folk scene may grind to a halt.
Indeed. Traditional Scottish music is set to take centre stage at Perth College after its renowned music department announced plans to team up with established guest tutors to deliver traditional Scots music workshops. So all you students in Perth, lucky you. With the likes of fiddler Pete Clark.
Students in Scotland.
Well, yeah, you don't have to be from Perth to go to Perth College. Of
This
course.
could attract people to Perth.
Indeed. Oh,
Could
that's
be
from
a
all
tourism
over the
thing
country.
from the Perth tourist office.
It could be. With the likes of fiddler Pete Clark, Owen Nicholson of Southpaw, and vocal tutor Eileen Ogilvie, the workshops will be a mix of tuition followed by optional informal sessions. It is intended
It
to
wouldn't
run...
be folk without the informal sessions,
No,
really.
it has to have the informal sessions. That's integral. It is
Sorry, Frank, I'm destroying your flow.
It's all right. It is intended to run workshops in fiddle, guitar, mandolin and bouzouki, along with Gaelic and traditional Scots song. Lorenz Cairns, the curriculum manager for music and sound engineering at Perth College, said, I don't know where we found a quote from her, we are seeing a real resurgence of traditional... we are seeing a real resurgence of traditional Scottish culture through the promotion of Homecoming Scotland, so expect demand for the classes to be high, as they should be.
Well, it always is. All
Are
these
you
traditional
feeling
courses are...
The resurgence?
Silver, you can tickle a bouzouki. Did you learn that at a college course?
No.
But if it was possible, would you have done?
If you could brush up your skills at Perth, you'd be there?
I'd be there and, maybe have a wee stroll along the banks of the Tay
Indeed.
at the same time.
It would be lovely.
There's so much going on.
Probably need a car to get to the Loch Tay. But the River Tay, you'd be...
River Tay.
Loch Tay is much more beautiful.
A fine body of water.
Well, you don't want to offend River Tay fans
Well,
there,
no, I don't.
Frank. I mean, you run the risk.
But at the same time, I'm praising Loch Tay, which is very beautiful.
Is there more than one story in the folk news
There
this
is.
week, Frank?
There's another one, thankfully. The lineup for this year's Orkney Folk Festival has been announced, featuring at the 27th
Ooh, yeah.
festival. Amongst others will be Masters of Shetland Fiddlery Fiddler's Bid, backed up by the Junior All-Stars. And Ireland, apparently, is well represented by top new trad band Bioga and Neil Vallely's concertina-led trio Buell. And according to festival director Bob Gibbon, the best voice in Ireland, Karen Casey.
I've actually seen this concertina guy. Actually,
Oh, have you?
This concertina guy.
Yeah, he does a good.
Neil Vallely.
Yes, he incorporates lots of limericks into his sets.
He's used
which
to
are
being
quite-
referred to as this concertina guy.
This concertina guy.
Sorry. The concertina guy. That's who he is. He's as far
Neil Vallely is who he
Yes.
is.
the
Frank,
concertina
continue.
guy.
Yes, and on top of all that, there's appearances from award-winning Orcadians such as The Chair and Gina Leslie and Siobhan Miller as well. Will all be there, so that's a damn good festival to look forward to, and it takes place on the 21st, between the 21st and 24th of May this year. So you can get more information at orkneyfolkfestival.com. And finally, the Garden Sessions would like to congratulate Corinne Polwer on passing her driving tests. Will the accolades ever stop rolling in?
Indeed.
Corinne, enjoy life in the driver's seat. Yes.
Indeed, yes, congratulations.
And
Corinne.
you can find out more information and more folky news at gardensessions.co.uk/news. That's the folky news. One time, the jingle is massive.
The official Garden Sessions download chart. The official Garden Sessions download chart.
You hear that? That's a fax. Fresh off the machine.
Got some ink on your thumb there, Jack.
No, I don't have ink on my thumb because it's all heat. It's like heat against fax paper. There's no ink in fax.
Well,
Oh, right.
no one would have known that other than you.
But leave it under a light and it all goes brown.
Well.
It rolls as well. Yes, well, I'll go first. At 10, it's the Paul McKenna Band with Lonely Man. That's a re-entry. And at 9, Toby Lovell with Police and High Sheriff Riding Down. That's down 3 at 9. And at 8, a re-entry for the Behold the Field of Megalith with Weir. The Arrows are at 7 with a re-entry for Steel Melter's Son.
Sound of steel melts the sun. I ain't working on my own. I keep the compass burning bright, hoping I will eat tonight. Me and my father, we work as slaves. I feel like death is counting our days, and I know we won't be free to rest till we breathe our last breath.
Am I the only person who wonders why a Steel Melter's Son seems to be involved in doing quite a lot of steel melting in that song?
Because he is a steel melter as well as a steel melter's son. But that
It doesn't say that in the
it's,
song, though. It should say, I'm a steel melter's
Doesn't-
son, but I'm also a steel melter.
It doesn't need to, Jack.
Anyway.
Read between the lines.
We could continue to
Okay.
deconstruct the Arrows songwriting, but I suspect it would be
But
better
that
to continue with the
fiddle
chart
won't
at
stop.
6. We have a re-entry from Bernard Brogue with Bird Watching. At 5, a re-entry from Frank Burkitt
Who's
with
that
Working
guy?
Hands.
I think I've met him.
Awesome.
Will you ever have time to rest them, Frank? At 4, we have a re-entry from Martin Bowen with Dreams in Blue.
She wears a coat of many colours, and everyone the brightest hue, shimmering silver and burnished bronze. That's only how it seems to you. 'Cause when she dreams, to her it seems she dreams in blue.
I dream in orange myself. But
Well, good. At
Frank,
3, at
Momentumus.
3, up 6. They have climbed to the top of the chart. At 3, not quite the top.
So that's the first of our climbers, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
and
the first of our climbers.
Tantiri, Roving Ploughboy. And at number 2, down 1. It's Roscoe, Galloway, Jake and Mary, which means there is
He was
a new
only
number
there for
1.
1 week.
There is a new number 1. It says it right here on this
Don't
fax.
smudge that fax paper.
No, I won't. The official Garden Sessions number 1 is up 3, Hayley Beavis.
She's
and
back.
all.
a bridge across the bay for me to leave on. The moment that moved me did not move you. And we don't need to say goodbye before you wake. I'll be gone. It's not what I like, it's more what I'm used to. And the low hum inside is but the age-old desire to be loved. I long for you to be as true as I am a liar. Disenchanted by the mirror that I held up from at your feet. I'm not like you, but I certainly did try. Tie me down so I can cut loose and be my own savior. Time and again with my back against the wall. See how free all the morning birds are leaving here on the wind. See how free I'm leaving again with my pride, my disillusionment and all. Roll out the way home and focus on the road for to see. The trees, oh golden green, bow down as I would have done for thee. And the searching that fills my heart just seems to disappear. Within this hillside I find a love so complete and free. Tie me down so I can cut loose and be my own savior. Time and again with my back against the wall. See how free all the morning birds are leaving here on the wind. See how free I'm leaving again with my pride, my disillusionment and all.
She's quite a songstress, isn't she?
She
That
is.
was Hayley Beavis and Anil, the official
Anil.
Garden Sessions #1, right there at the top
Returned
of
to
our
#1.
free music download service.
Kicked off.
Impeccable taste.
Kicked
as
off for a
always.
week, but then back.
But Silver, you touched on it there, but we should probably mention it. Free music at the Garden Sessions. There is lots of free music at the Garden Sessions.
From A to W, it's all there.
From A to W. It is A to W, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
if there's anyone out there with a name beginning with Y or Z,
Get in
Get
touch.
get in touch. Give it
Well,
a nice
if you produce good folk music.
rounded feel.
Indeed. Right, Frank, what's still to come on the show?
Still to come on the show, the letters bag. Instead of a feature this week, we've dedicated that slot to Lau's new 8-minute epic from their new album,
mental prog folk.
And basically, it's going to be good. So don't stop listening. Do not turn off.
Why would you?
Computer, radio, whatever it is you're listening to us on, phone,
and wherever you're listening to us,
wherever.
If you want to make a cup of tea, pause it.
Next tune, and when I say tune, I mean tune. This is from the album Starfish, released last year, from Catriona Mackay, and this is called Lums o' Lund. Tune Time on the Harp, Catriona Mackay, Lums o' Lund from the album Starfish, released last year, as well as performing with Fiddler's Bid at May's Orkney Folk Festival. She'll also be appearing at Edinburgh's International Harp Festival in April. So lots on for Catriona. Love the album, that I have to say. Frank?
Yes.
I'm looking at you. Because I think you can tell us something's happening. I don't know.
Yes, North Sea Gas. That's what's happening on the 7th of March at Lanark Agricultural Centre with a combination of instruments including guitar, mandolin, baran, banjo, whistle, mandola, bouzouki, mouth organ, complementing fine vocals. Vine vocals?
Silver, you've got an interesting wee treat there, a wee bit of a flashback
next
of
up
the
we've
folk
got
scene.
this song that we're about to hear is from Nick Jones from Canada Isle, from his album Penguin Eggs, recorded in 1979, which was actually the only album which he produced within, because his career was then sadly cut short by a car accident in 1982. His album was a great influence on Bob Dylan, apparently, and this song is actually covered by Bob Dylan on his album Good As I've Been to You, actually. But it's a lovely tune.
And it's called
Canada I.O.
Fair and handsome girl, she's all in her tender years. She fell in love with a sailor boy, and it's true that she loved him well. For to go off to sea with him, like she did not know how, she longed to see that seaport town called Canada I.O. So she bargained with a young sailor boy, it's all for a piece of gold. Straightway then he led her all down into the hold, saying, I'll dress you up in sailor's clothes, your jacket shall be blue. You'll see that seaport town called Canada I.O. Now when the other sailors heard the news, well, they fell into a rage, and with all the whole ship's company, they were willing to engage, saying, we'll tie her hands and feet, me boys, overboard we'll throw her, and she'll never see that seaport town called Canada I.O. Now when the captain he's heard the news, well he too fell in a rage, and with all of his whole ship's company he was willing to engage, saying she'll stay all in sailor's clothes, her collar shall be blue. She'll see that seaport town called Canada I.O. Now when they came down to Canada, scarcely above half a year, she's married this bold captain who called her his dear. She's dressed in silks and satins now, and she cuts a gallant shawl. She's the finest of the ladies down in Canada Isle. Come all ye fair and tender girls, wheresoever you may be, I'd have you to follow your own true love when he goes out on the sea. For if the sailors prove false to you, well, the captain he might prove true. You see the honour that I have gained by the wearing of the blue.
Pounding stuff there. Nick Jones, Canada IO, from his album Penguin Eggs, recorded in 1979. That's a lovely wee find there.
I'd like to hear Bob Dylan's take on that.
It's not as good.
Is it not?
It's terrible.
Oh, dear me.
Is it ever?
Garden Sessions Letters
I think Bob Dylan is wonderful, just for the record.
Time for correspondence.
Yes, well, I'll go with the first letter, which is from Laurie Watson in Glasgow. You've heard of her. How cheeky are you? Bringing up my Glasgow twang.
It was you that brought it up, Jack, so she's referring to you.
Yes, I know.
Directly.
But it should really be pronounced in a Glasgow accent. I'm not going to do that. Thanks for the coverage. Really enjoyed hearing the show. That's from Laurie Watson in Glasgow. What you got there, Frank?
Cara in Portobello says, loving the Celtic Connections episodes, only been listening for 2 months, but love the show. Where is the best place to buy folk CDs? I always just see tourist albums in HMV and Zavvi. Cheers,
what's
guys.
Zavvi?
It's what Virgin Megastores have become.
That's from Cara in Portobello, incidentally.
It is. As I said at the beginning. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Did you miss that, Jack?
Yes,
Try listening,
yes.
Yeah.
Where's the best place to buy folk CDs? Well, in Edinburgh, there's obviously Coda, but for those out with Edinburgh, who are the majority
you
of
can buy
the
a lot
world,
online as well.
Foot Stomping
Scotland
is a good website. Scotland is not so good for folk. Coda, Coda's website, you can buy CDs off Coda's website. If you look up Coda Music, then you shall.
And there are a very select few CDs for sale on the Garden Sessions.
Get buying.
Yeah.
Cara,
Well, it's only MP3s that are for sale on the Garden Sessions at the moment.
Well, of course.
You can buy Frank's album.
There you go.
Frank's
That's
website.
what I was.
And on the Garden Sessions. Silver, you got another letter there?
Yes, I do. This is from Acoustic Lady Lad in Edinburgh. Oh, Acoustic Lady Lad.
Acoustic Lady Lad.
Oh.
Who is that
Anyway,
lady
I'm not
lad?
sure what to think about Lau's new album cover. It seems they've learned new skills like welding.
Well,
Yeah.
indeed.
I don't understand this. What's
Have you seen Lau's album cover?
Yeah, they're welding in it.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
Oh,
what
right,
it's
right.
all
They're
about.
just
That's maybe why
they're
he's
learning
saying.
to. Yeah.
Maybe why he's saying.
Maybe
that.
they are good welders as well as very good folk musicians.
I wouldn't be
Perhaps.
surprised if there was a bit of welding included in some of their
I
songs.
like the cover. I think it's quite a good cover. It's
Yeah, it's good.
it shows how edgy they are, and for those who are wondering how edgy they are, you will be able to hear in just a minute and a half. I believe you'll be able to hear
8
how
minutes
edgy
of
they are.
edginess. Coming
Yeah,
up.
you've got a lot of edginess on the way. I've got another letter here from Susan in the Isle of Man. Loving the shows as always, guys, but I can't help but notice that Tom's Folk Odyssey seems to have drifted into obscurity. Both
Are you going
reports.
to do this in a Manx accent, Jack?
No, I'm not. Both reports and blog. It's a real shame, as it's one of my favourite parts of the show, but it's just so unpredictable these days. What's happening?
Really? The chart, the letters bag, the features, and yet Tom's Folk Odyssey is your favourite. Susan?
The horses for courses. We don't know what's happening with Tom's Folk Odyssey either. He sent us a CD of photographs. I think 'cause the only person in the 21st century who
Come across well on radio.
would send a
Photographs.
CD-ROM of photographs. But yes, it's
And
not.
the highlight of Tom's Folk Odyssey to date for certainly Frank was a door closing.
Yeah. I think it was more the wind, actually, Silver.
We are perpetually on Tom's back for more material, but who knows what's happening. He's alone to himself over
He
there
is
in New
across
Zealand.
the other side of the world.
Frank, you've got another one.
This one's from the other side of the world, too. It's from Kelly.
Different side of the world.
Well, kind of, yeah. Los Angeles.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Anyway, what does the letter say?
I just recently got back from a tour of the Highlands in Scotland where I heard some amazing music. I'm so pleased to have discovered the Garden Sessions, which keeps me in touch with the wonderful Scottish music scene. Keep up the good work, guys. Well, that's good.
Oh, cheers.
Yes, thank you very much, Ken. Podcast at gardensessions.co.uk if you want to contribute to the letters bag. But for now, yes, it's time, folks, to experience that 7 or 8 minute beast that is Lau from their brand new album Arc Light. And the title of this track is Horizontigo. There you go. Oh, Chia Bandit. Well, that was a beast. That was Lau, Horizontigo from the brand new album Arc Light, which features a picture of all of the members of Lau welding.
We all went on a journey there, I think.
We did. We've all been on a journey,
Yes.
and we've emerged unscathed. I say unscathed. I mean, we've emerged from the other side, certainly. Anyway, Lau, they've released that album under Navigator Records, Arc Light it's called, and they'll be touring throughout March, appearing in Lancashire, Worcestershire, Coventry, Cambridge, and Edinburgh, and they also have a couple of dates in Spain. And more information on that exact dates can be found at lau-music.co.uk. Silver, you look like you're
And
saying something.
well, just to point out that currently on the website in the Bothy Vaults we have a report from Lau's first album launch. So if you're wanting to compare,
that was
contrast.
a long time ago.
Podcast.
Indeed, it was. It was about 2 years ago. Anyway, that brings us to the end of episode 83 of the Garden Sessions. GardenSessions.co.uk, contact at podcast@gardensessions.co.uk, and we shall be back in 2 weeks' time, Frank, with what? All the usual features?
With all the usuals. The letters bag, the folk news, the download chart. Will Hayley Beavis retain her spot at number 1? I hope she does. All your usual. Do we have a feature next time, Jack? We probably will.
Who can say? We probably will, yes. As well as, of course, all the best in traditional and contemporary folk music. But we're going to leave you on the show.
Silver might have even shaved.
He might have, but you'd never know. He might have shaved this week.
He might have
Who
done.
can say? We're going to leave you with Five Hand Reel with the Crow Brother. And Five Hand Reel's old fiddler Chuck Fleming will be appearing next Wednesday, the 11th of March, with Chris Davison at Edinburgh Folk Club. So that's a treat for all in store.
You'll be there, Jack, I believe.
I will be there, of course, yes. Will you?
I'm working, I think, at some other folky venture, but I will do my damnedest.
Silver, will you be there?
Well, you never know. You never know.
Okay, right. Till next time, from myself, Jack Foster, Chris Silver, and Frank Burkitt. Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
It's been fun.
There were 3 sisters lived in a high the rose and the lily gay, and as by come a night and he courted them on the roses, the readery. Well, the first in she was dressed in red the rose and the lily gay, would you come with me and be my bride? And the roses, the readery. And the second gen was dressed in green the rose and the lily gay, would you come by me and be my queen? And the rose as the readery. And the virgin she was dressed in white the rose and the lily gay, would you come and be my delight? And the rose as the readery. Well, it's him and ask my father, the king, the rose and the lily gay, and it's him and ask my mother, the queen, and the rose is the readery. And it's him and ask my sister Anne, the rose and the lily gay, but mind ye, oh my brave John. And the roses, the readery. So she has asked her father, the king, the rose and the lily gay, and he has asked her mother, the queen, and the roses, the readery. And she has asked her sister Anne, the rose and the lily gay, but he forgot her brother John. And the roses, the readery. And the father, he led her through the high rose and the lily gay, and her mother should dance before them all. And the rose as the readery. And the sister Anne led her through the close rose and the lily gay, and her brother John helped her on her horse. And the roses Avery, then it's wasting it as we pen my rose, and the lily gay, and it's nearly time for all life. And the roses Avery, and as we come by St. Evans, well, I the rose, and the lily gay, she darst nae light to drink her fill, and the roses Avery. And as we come by St. Evans close, I the rose, and the lily gay, her bonny branch fell off her heart. And the roses Avery, and it's what will you leave to your feather king, hey the rose, and the lily gay, the bonny steed that I ride on, and the roses Avery. And it's what will you leave to your mother king, hey the rose, and the lily gay, the bloody robes that I ride, and the roses Avery. And it's what will you leave to your sister Anne, hey the rose, and the lily gay, my good Lord to be her man, and the roses Avery. And it's what will you leave to your brother John, hey the rose, and the lily